Hey there, Dice Tower. I'm Nick Murphy. I'm one half of the Brothers Murph. And I'm doing this little vlog because this weekend, for Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to be going to Gamex. Gamex is a board game convention here in LA. Now, I'm very excited. The only board game convention I've ever been to is MeepleCon. So I've never been to any of the big crazy ones, and this one is still pretty small, but I'm really, really excited to go. Mike, unfortunately, can't be here with me. He has other stuff going on this weekend. He's with his girlfriend, who he loves, and they're going to Napa to see the Foo Fighters, which I hear is like an indie ska band. I don't know. And so I'm gonna be running solo, and I don't even care. I was like, I don't need Mike to go have fun with board games. I don't even miss him that much. So you tell me, what would you rather do? Would you rather be in Napa with life-changing vistas, or would you rather be in LA with me, which has a 7-Eleven and a Payday Loan store on every corner? All by myself. Okay, so I got a good night's sleep. There's gonna be a ton of great games. I got great volume. Let's do this. Got some awesome 40K stuff. Just finished up a game of Concordia. I got last place, but super, super fun. All right, here we are in the main hall. The best part about this con so far is how little I miss Mike. Jaipur, we've been looking everywhere for this game, right, Mike? All by myself. And here we have the demo hall. Alright, so that was day one of Strategicon Gamex 2017. So far the con is really great. It's a little different than what I was expecting. When I went to MeepleCon earlier this year, MeepleCon is essentially just a big room with a ton of people playing, getting games from the game library and just playing them, and it's awesome. This one is much, much more planned. There's a ton of games being played every hour, but you have to sign up for them. And so it'll be like Caverna 101, and that's them like teaching the game. And then if you want to play the game, you have to sign up for like the Caverna tournament or the Caverna event, which is people actually playing through the game. The problem is that there's a finite amount of people who can play each game because there's only so many copies. So I learned a lot of new games. I learned like 4 new games, but I didn't get to play any of them. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to go in with more of a plan of stuff that I know I want to play. But other than that, the con was great. Day one was a success. Mike wasn't here, which was awesome. Man, I mean, I didn't miss him at all. I wasn't sad. You're sad. You're sad. So I'll see you tomorrow, day 2. It's day 2. All right, and here we have side and side and side and careful now. Cover around. And then this is like the downstairs open game area. Not too big. There's a couple tables. You can get some, 5-6 player games going on these tables. So here is the upper floor. We have party games. Right there. Pretty cool. Alrighty, so we just finished up our tournament of viticulture with Mr. Bill, Miss Mara, and our winner, Miss Jen. Nick came in last place like usual. Thank God Mike's not here, right? God, he would make this convention suck. Oh look, party games. Mike loves party games. All Okay, now this is something I want to show you guys. This thing right here is awesome. This is a piece of paper that you can fold into some terrain. So you fold it up and you make it into a little square like that, which then becomes a whole floor of some terrain. And now one of these floors can be turned into a whole tower. This is a tower here that I built. It's a big old thing, and you can take off one of the layers, and there it is inside. And they have towers, they have big old ramparts and bridges, and they have huge buildings. Again, all of these have different floors inside that you can take them off and play things like D&D with. And then the big granddaddy of them all is the giant castle, which is seriously like 3 feet tall. It's huge, and it even comes with lights. This thing is so awesome. This video does not do it justice. It is so cool. This is the mad scientist over here, Mr. Bob, who designed all of this, and all of this is actually for sale. You can go to thefifthterrain.com, and these are actually printouts that you can purchase and then print them out to make your own. They're all made out of paper, and they fold down flat. You can print them out at home, and they're going to be playing a 1 million point character game of AD&D First Edition, the Monster Mash. So all the characters are going to be running up this giant bridge here and trying to storm the castle. So here we've been trying to put this thing together now for like a couple hours, and it is just so darn cool. I don't know what to do with myself. Mr. Bob, say hi to the Dice Tower.
Hey, how you doing?
This is Bob. He made it all. He designed it all. It's absolutely amazing.
I don't know how this goes together, Bob.
All right, it's finally done.
Full plate, designer cost $0.
So that was Strategicon Day 2. I actually spent the vast majority of the time today building scenery with that guy, Bob. I spent over 4 hours there building scenery with him. I was just so enamored with it. It was so cool. And I was just, I don't know, I had a blast. I was just sitting there putting little boxes together and building this giant city. It was so much fun. So that's really, I did a viticulture tournament, and that's it. And that was my day. And it was great. And all right, it is time for Day 3. People say I go in falsetto too much, and I agree. All right, so this is the last day of the con. Everything's only open till noon, so I'm probably do a little bit of gaming, a little shopping, and then I'm gonna head out. Well, the con on Monday is much smaller, and that's okay. Here's the games library. It's Monday, so they're kind of starting to pack it up a little bit. But
What, like on the flea market? No, like there's a guy down there who's selling
Oh.
and here we have a great little painting area where everyone, it's one of those paint and keep kind of things where you get to get a mini, paint it, get a little instruction from the wonderful people here, and then you get to keep the mini afterwards. As you can see, the game hall is pretty empty. Kind of like my heart when Mike's not here. Am I right? Just kidding. And then the last room up here in the second floor is War Games. Got this whole big display up here, all the different games that you can play. Games I've never heard of. Alright, so that is it. The end of Day 3. The con's actually 4 days. It started on Friday and ends today, but I had work on Friday. So, that's the end of it. I only stayed a couple hours because, as you can see, there weren't very many people there. There weren't that many games going on, and the games that were going on I wasn't too interested in. So I did a little bit of shopping, rolled around, talked to some people I'd met over the weekend, and then I headed out. Overall, the con was really great. I mean, it was super fun. Everyone was really nice and really accepting, especially for someone who was alone at the con. It was pretty easy to like jump into games, and I didn't really feel lonely that much. Didn't miss Mike. My only two, I guess, grievances with it, one, we're right next to LAX, which is the airport, and so parking around here is pretty expensive, which sucks. Other than that, the only thing I wish there was a little bit more emphasis on just kind of like open gaming. The big room where all the people were always like different tournaments or different teaching games and stuff, which again was wonderful. But like there wasn't much in terms of like open gaming, or it really didn't seem like it. Maybe if I wasn't alone, it'd be a little easier, but that's the only thing, but that's a minor grievance, really. Ultimately, I thought the way they set it up was great. It was organized. People knew what they're doing. People were very informational. The dealer room was really cool. I really, really liked the fact that they had the like gaming 101 type events, and then right after they had like the tournament or the event. So you're like, I want to learn St. Petersburg. That's what was going on this morning. So you can sit down with a bunch of other people who have never played the game before and learn it, you know, very slowly, step by step. And so you're not like the only person in a game that doesn't know how to play. And that's really, really nice, because no one likes to be the one person slowing the game down because they constantly have to ask questions. So that was really nice because they're always right after each other. So overall, the con was great. So Strategic Con, this is Gamex. In Strategic Con, there's actually 3 different conventions throughout the year. There's OrcCon, which is over President's Day weekend at the beginning of the year. There's Strategic Con, which is now Memorial Day weekend. And then there's Gateway, which is over Labor Day weekend. And all of that is Strategic Con. You can go to strategicon.net to find out more about the cons. So there's 3 a year. It was also really nice to see so many gamers in one spot in Los Angeles, because Los Angeles doesn't feel like it has a big gaming community. It actually does. It has a huge one, because there's like 15 million people in Los Angeles County. So at least 4 of them are going to be gamers. But because it's so huge and so spread out, there's a bunch of like groups of gamers and like little communities and stuff. And so it doesn't feel like this big gaming place. So it was really nice to like come here and see gamers from all across LA and all across Southern California coming out here and gaming all together. It was nice to be like, oh yeah, like it's a little validation, like, oh yeah, we are a gaming city, like we have a lot of gaming here, and we have a cool, awesome convention. And it was just nice to see everyone there. So overall, the con was outstanding. I had such a blast, and that is it. That is done. I'm going home. I'm gonna be unboxing the new games I got. I'm gonna go home and relax. So I have been Nick Murphy. I am one half of the Brothers Murph. Mike is getting back today, so he will be joining us from now on out, unfortunately. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com.
I miss Mike.
You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.